at an early stage about environmental management. And in sports news, Mighty Mukuru Wanderers Football Club's Sky in detail. The family of investigation into the plane crash that killed the vice president. The headlines at this hour. Family of late Chidima asked President Lazarus Chakwera to facilitate comprehensive investigation into plane crash that killed the vice president and aide today at Insipe in Cheu. Christian Youth Group says it's critical to start teaching young people at an early stage about environmental management. And in sports news, Mighty Mukuru Wanderers Football Club's Skyper Lolis Chazia to undergo medical tests in DRC ahead of possible move to TP Mazembe. Now the news in detail. The family of late Saulus Chirimas asked President Lazarus Chakwera to facilitate a comprehensive investigation into the plane crash that killed the vice president and 8 other people on Monday. Speaking at the funeral ceremony for Chirima at Bingu National Stadium in Nirongo on Sunday, his older brother Ben said the death has left many questions unanswered. The senior Chirima disclosed that all the items that were recovered from the accident scene, including money, a wristwatch and a rosary, are now with the family. More in this report by Leah Malikano.
We say thank you to the first-class pathologists here in Malawi who did the autopsy on our brother. I wish to inform you, Your Excellency and All Excellencies, that members of our family witnessed the autopsy. However, as family, we wish to go further and appeal to government and its partners to allow and to institute a comprehensive inquiry so that we can have sufficient public confidence to determine the actual cause of the aircraft accident that killed Dr. Saulos Klaus Chilima and the others. Through this report, Your Excellencies, we hope that Malawi will be in a better position to do things that will prevent a similar accident anytime tomorrow, next week, in future. This should never happen again, ever. Your Excellency and Excellencies, all dignitaries here present, are Malawi. We wish to notify Your Excellency that all personal belongings of the late Dr. Saulos Klaus Chilima, including money, wedding ring, wristwatch, necklace, prayer book, phone, rosary, and other personal items which were recovered from the body and surroundings, they are now with the family. Your Excellency, to us, Dr. Saulos Klaus Chilima was the best husband. And I'm looking at Mary here, she knows what I'm talking about. Or his office as a status symbol to misuse government systems or resources, or to abuse any institution, or even to abuse any person irrespective of status in society. He passionately hated lies and corruption.
The sentiments were also echoed by Dr. Chilima's friend and legal advisor, Dr. Chikosa Sirungwe. Dr. Sirungwe said all responsible public institutions must arise to the occasion and let the public know what caused the accident.
Your Excellency, I think Uncle Ben has delved into the call for a state inquiry into the circumstances of Monday, 10 June 2024. I will enjoin that call, Your Excellency, for these reasons. The relevant public officers must rise to the occasion and provide those answers. This is a constitutional duty. The Constitution of this country provides that the exercise of legal and political authority derives from the people of Malawi. Every public officer serves as such based on the trust of the people of Malawi. Being in public office is not a self-serving role. It is a call to duty. So my enjoinment to the call for an inquiry is because it is a constitutional duty to do so. The second reason I enjoin that call, Your Excellency, is that an honest and robust account of the events of Monday, 10 June 2024 shall accord dignity, integrity, and respect to the soul of SKC, the soul of Major Wells Aidini, the soul of Chisomo Chimangeni, the soul of Madame Patricia Chanel Zimbiri, the soul of Daniel Kanyemba, the soul of Assistant Commissioner Lucas Kapeni, the soul of Abdul Kingston Lapukeni, the soul of Colonel Owen Sambalopa, and lastly, the soul of Major Flora Seremani. And most importantly, we must learn, for once, the lessons from such tragedy.
In his remarks at the ceremony, President Lazarus Chakwera assured Malawians that an investigation involving international experts will be conducted. He said, like many Malawians, he would like to have answers as to what caused the accident and what delayed the search and rescue operation. He admitted that the inquiry by the Malawi Defense Force may not be enough to uncover the truth, but we pleaded with Malawians to be patient during the investigation. The National Advocacy Platform, NAP, a grouping of civil society organizations in the country, has called for peace and unity in mourning Vice President Saulos Chilima. Addressing the media in Lilongwe, NAP chairperson Benedito Kondowe said people need to forget their political and religious beliefs by honoring the late Chilima with dignity. Dixon Chivati Gondwe reports.
National Advocacy Platform chairperson Benedito Kondowe says Malawi, being a God-fearing nation, that is need to mourn Dr. Chilima with dignity, since he also preached unity in his ideologies. According to Kondowe, political differences should not be entertained during this difficult time.
Dr. Saulos Chilima remains a symbol of dedication, progress, and hope. He was a unifier regardless of the political party divide. He is a person who had touched so many lives.
Meanwhile, Malawi Human Rights Consultative Committee chairperson Robert Nkwezaramba has described late Chilima as a man who believed in transforming Malawi through civil society organizations.
He lived according to the dictates of the game, that is, if you are a politician, be able to manage people accordingly, do not injure anyone, be a man of the people. If you look at the number of people who are coming here, not many people would have made it if the life of the vice president was not conducive, or that which was not reconciliatory. But I would describe him as being a man of the people.
The CSOs have also offered their condolences to President Lazarus Chakwera. Dixon Chivwati Gondwe, Zodiac News, Lilongwe.
As the nation is mourning the loss of a remarkable man in Vice President Chilima, his close relation and ally Joshua Valera is urging government to reflect on the work and the efforts he had been putting towards the country's transformation since 2014. Valera feels the vision and legacy of Dr. Chilima should not die with his burial on Monday, but strike the minds of all those responsible to keep the enthusiasm he had burning in all sectors.
He was built like a tank. Nobody in the family thought we will bury him. We all thought he was going to bury all of us. He would live beyond 80 years. He looked after himself well, he ate well, he exercised, both body and mind. So as a family, we've lost a pillar in the family. We can't believe what has happened. But as believers, that's why we came to his church, where he came each and every day, because he knew one day you have to leave this earth, and therefore invested his time in God through the Catholic Church. So we are all very saddened. We still can't believe what we are going through. Work-wise, he has left a lot of documents at his office. I urge government officials to relook at all those documents, which were for the good of the civil service and therefore for the good of the nation. So I urge the people in the government offices to look at all the documents from 2014 to date and see value in the suggestions he was making. He meant this country well.
Meanwhile, the body of the Vice President Saulos Chilima is expected to be buried today at his home village in Mbidi Mtengerenji at Msipe in Cheu. President Lazarus Chakwera will lead the nation at the event. Former President Peter Mutharika says he will attend the burial ceremony of Dr. Saulos Chilima in Cheu district. Mutharika, who is the Democratic Progressive Party DPP president, worked with Chilima from 2014 to 2019. DPP's Administrative Secretary Chimwemwe Chipongu says Mutharika is deeply concerned with the passing of Chilima, whom he regarded as his son. Chipungu.
What I can say briefly is that he's going to attend the burial ceremony on the stated date according to the OPC program that will be released. He is deeply grieved because he was his son. He worked with him for quite a number of years. So being the father, losing a son, he feels sorry that SKC is now gone, but wishes his family God's blessing and comfort.
You're watching News on Zodiac with the news. Family of late Chilima asked President Lazarus Chakwera to facilitate comprehensive investigation into plane crash that killed the Vice President and 8 other people. Burial of Chilima set for today at Msipe in Cheu. Christian Youth Group says it's critical to start teaching young people at an early stage about environmental management. In sports, Mighty Mukuru Wanderers Football Club skipper Loles Jazia to undergo medical tests in DRC ahead of possible move to TP Mazembe. A Christian youth group, Climate Yes, says it is critical to start teaching young people at an early stage in order for them to get used in caring for the environment. Its Southern African Malawi coordinator, Christina Rocha, made the remarks during a clean-up exercise at Air 25 Community Hospital Lilongwe by some Lilongwe Teachers College students, where she decried that continued use of thin plastics is seriously affecting biodiversity. The Lilongwe Teachers College Environmental Club matron Lucy Mbewe has urged stakeholders to ensure that both the young and the old participate in environmental management. We have this report from Western Kuta.
Rocha said that more disasters await the young people in future if people persistently use the thin plastics and not commit to involving the young people in climate and environmental management.
I think as youth we also have that huge impact, because we are the ones who are actually suffering the impacts, because if we say that the years to come, we have to guard the planet. So plastic pollution is a dire issue, because when we look at our biodiversity, we are losing our biodiversity because of plastic pollution, be it terrestrial and aquatic biodiversity. So we're trying to actually mitigate the issues of plastic pollution so that our biodiversity can actually thrive.
One of the students, Austin Moses, said that his membership in the environmental club, including our initiatives to do with environmental care, prepare him to better inculcate the same caring and responsible spirit in learners.
This will help to have the clean environment, which will lead people to be financially stable. As you know, you can't work when you are not in good condition.
The TTC's Environmental Club matron, Lusembewe, has urged stakeholders to never leave anyone behind and especially teach as many young people as possible so that they can train others.
We train them at courage to take care of the environment. So once they go out to the teaching practice schools, they also train the teachers, they also train the learners in their different schools.
The Climate Yes organization's goal is to train, raise awareness and capacitate young people to understand climate change and biodiversity loss so that they can better take part in caring for the environment. I'm Western Guta in Lilongwe.
The health authorities in Cholo say the use of door-to-door sputum collection volunteers has assisted in patient identification and prevention of TB deaths in the district. District TB Coordinator Thomas Imwali attributed the strides to a 3-year community TB project which Christian Aid, DAP and others were implementing in 10 southern region districts to identify patients, check drug adherence and conduct counseling. After visiting some volunteers and survivors in Vumbwe on Saturday, Mwali disclosed that they are currently surpassing the annual 70% notification target, while the DAP project manager Vanessa Pidi said the efforts will enable the government to lessen disease prevalence by 2030. Maite Mukuru leave the country for the Democratic Republic of Congo, where he is expected to undergo a medical test at TP Mazembe ahead of his pending move. The Nomad's chief executive Chief Executive Officer Panganini Ndovi has confirmed that the Congolese heavyweights have invited the Flames International, whilst the two teams are